Okay, I'm here with Sarah, and this is Mosher, and this is hang on, not Chotch. Chotch is the barrel horse. This is Chloe. Okay, I knew it started with a C though.
This is little C.
Okay, so how old is Mosher?
Mosher was born on Easter, so he's about, I don't know, 9 or 10 weeks old.
Okay, so we're right around 2 months, and he is halter broke. He leads, and I just saw her picking his feet up, so I'm gonna turn the camera around. Okay, so I've never had a client have their horses this gentle and ready to go at this age. Usually at 6 months they're ready for a trim, and it's a big battle. But it's just because they don't do what Sarah's doing right now. So she's got every foot picked up already, and yeah, so his feet look great, by the way. But when it's time for him to get a trim, guess what? We won't have to use drugs. We won't have to twitch him or you know, con him with cookies or whatever. He'll just be like, oh, okay, it's that part of it's that part of life where we, anyways. So I just want to thank my client Sarah for taking care of me by taking care of baby. So that's gonna make my life much easier. And so this is a video about how to prepare your horse for the farrier, and this one's ready. So when she gets her, or when he gets his first pair of shoes, it will be much easier than because they'll be old hat to him. So anyways,
So I started him when he was about, I went and picked him up when he was a day old, so 2 days old, and where I started was just rubbing down every inch of him and then I think he was a week old when I started picking up his feet. And
awesome.
just treat him like a big horse, I guess.
Yeah, they can bite. So so my horse, the first one that I've taken from the ground up is Hot Sauce, that you guys know. And Hot Sauce, I didn't really start working a lot with her until she was 2, but I got a halter on her, then got her halter broke, and I started picking up her feet every day. And it took me, it probably took me a month before I could trim her. And then I've got shoes on. She's great, but I didn't quit. After I got her trimmed, I still picked her feet up every day that I worked with her. And Mosher's like, what is that? Can I eat it? But anyways, oh yeah, he likes that. He's like, just keep scratching me.
This is his treat.
Anyways, baby horses are cute. But I just, for those of you, if you like your farrier, do stuff like this. If you don't like your farrier, then whatever. But
Halt to break him the day Dave comes.
yeah. I love that. You know, when they're like, oh, well, he's had a halter on before. But anyway, so I appreciate Sarah's my favorite client of all time. And so anyways, if you want to be the favorite client, this is what it takes. So yeah, take care of your farrier by taking care of your horses. All right, we are done. Chloe, mama, is trimmed, and baby, she tied him up for a little bit, but I picked up a couple front feet just to get him used to me, the guy with the funny legs. But so tell me, this one is going to be much easier, but that one, when you got her, wasn't this broke, right? So what did you have to do with the broke horse, for those of you that have a horse that's already supposedly ready to go but won't let your farrier pick the feet up, or won't load? Because we were talking about load. This horse loads in the trailer without mama, I found out.
Yes,
yeah,
does.
I might put that on the video. But
I can send you the video, but
okay.
She was standing at the back and he loaded because I have a slant load trailer, but I needed him to load first because there's no manger in the front stall, so he could turn around up there. Chloe just kind of came untrained in the last year because she hasn't been having to mind her manners or do any rules or anything. And so she was just blowing out of the trailer. And so it was really hard to load him. So I ended up having to kind of work her a little bit behind the trailer, get her a little tired, and then send her in there to rest. And then I would just put her in the slants as we practiced loading him. And then we just kind of moved on. Once he got pretty decent at loading, then that's when I just left her at the back and got to where I could send him on just by kind of clicking and you know, using the rope on his butt or pushing on his butt to send him on.
And the reason I'm asking her to kind of tell you a little bit about this is because we're not all horse trainers. You know, we got horses and we're not, but I think it's patience and consistency that Sarah has. And when you're impatient, I think you got to walk away, take a deep breath, and not just give up or throw your hands up in the air or whatever. And I think a lot of times that's what we end up doing, and we'll quit early, and then the horse never learns the loading process or picking up their feet or whatever. So I think it takes time. And a lot of people are like, well, I picked his feet up once. I'm like, no, you can't, you know, that's not enough. And
his attention span is really short, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. And it was even shorter than that, you know, when he was younger. So basically what it was is just, you know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes every day, getting him haltered. We started leading around the pen, and then we would lead him and go out and walk down the driveway and back, not even a quarter of a mile, and then tie up, brush them, and load them in the trailer maybe once, maybe twice, and then we'd be done for the day.
But you did it every day.
Yeah, we did it every day because I didn't have an extra person, and I knew I needed to take her up to the vet to have a Caslick placed, and they told me that would be 8 weeks out from when I picked her up. So I knew that I needed to be able to load them both by myself and it be safe in 8 weeks. So I knew I had to do it every day.
Because trailer loading can be super dangerous. So people, be careful. If your horse isn't good at loading, you need to go through this process like Sarah did. She's 8 weeks of doing it every day, maybe taking a day off a week or something. I don't know. Maybe not any days off. I don't know. But
we did it as much as I was here. And I honestly, I don't know how I taught this one. I just would really get after her if she wouldn't stay on the trailer when you open the gate. I would really get after her. So her now, actually, because she gets loaded on the back a lot because she's small, she now, I just grab her tail and shake her tail and tell her that she can back off, and that's how
then she knows to come out.
She stays on until you grab on her tail and just shake it a little bit and tell her to come off. So even if you have to step in there in a small slant load, grab her tail and get her to come off, at least you don't have to get all the way.
So how many, so she's good now, but how many times do you think, just a guesstimate, did you have to load her and unload her to get to where you're at now with Chloe?
Oh,
the big horse.
Probably hundreds.
Okay, hundreds.
Yeah.
Okay, hundreds. Okay, so
I have had her, she's 14 this year, and I've had her since she's 3. And I think she'd only been loaded on a stock trailer when she was 3.
So it takes, it takes consistency and patience. I'm going to say those are the two key words to this process: is consistency and patience, and just don't give up. You know, don't give up. If you need help, ask for help. Mm-hmm. Get someone that might be more knowledgeable or whatever. Sarah's super horse savvy. She says she's not this super trained, but she's been around horses her whole life. She's like me. She knows when danger is at hand and when to get herself out of the way and things like that. So if you don't know those things, get someone who does with you, because when you're in a horse trailer with a couple 1,000-pound plus animals, it's a really dangerous place. So you need to be confident, and your horses, anyways, just be careful when you're training your horses to load, and be consistent and patient. And one of the things I found with Hot Sauce, because Hot Sauce didn't want to load for a long time too. It took me a while, and I tried to drag her in kicking and screaming, and that has worked with me, and that did not work with Hot Sauce. Hot Sauce is like, I'll die on this hill, literally.
Yes.
You're not dragging me in. it's got to be her idea, you know.
Yep.
And I had to just, with hot sauce, I had to just be patient. And once I wasn't, like, if I'm pulling on the lead rope, she will not come in.
Yeah.
I have to walk in, put slack in it, and then she'll come in. That's the way she does it. And that's, you know, snap's different. I can pull snap in, she's fine, but that's just, you know, every horse is different. So
and that's the key when you're breaking these guys to lead, is you want to give at the slightest try of pressure. As soon as he comes forward, I would give that lead rope back to him. Don't just pull him or drag him. You want him just the slightest pressure to come to you, or follow that pressure. And so that's kind of the way you want to do that.
He's being pretty impatient right now, because you know, trimming a horse, we've been here for 30 minutes probably.
Yep.
And he's still doing pretty good, because I think these guys I think their attention span is in the seconds. You know what I mean? Like, you can maybe 15 to 30 seconds, and then they're like, whoa, squirrel, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's being really good. You know, he's telling us, giving us signals that he wants to go play and stuff like that. But I can tell that he's going to be super gentle and easy to, you know, even when it comes to saddling and stuff like that, he's going to be great. So thank you so much for letting me kind of pick your brain on some of that, and helping some of the viewers maybe with their horses.
Well, we're doing our best anyway, and I try to teach him everything that works well with my big horses, just one little tiny bit at a time.
Yeah.
He's
nice.
impatient like his mother.
Yeah. And I'm kind of like that too. I get it, Mosher.